Shalom, shalom. Want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, this brother Aliyah, right? New Wine Congregation of Israel, right? So, hey, man, breaking news, right? Poland is now preparing, right, their citizens for nuclear war, right? And you got Iran, one of their head generals, right, just got unalived, you know what I'm saying, by Israel, right? So we about to get into it, Lord willing, through the Spirit, man. It's popping off around here, man. All right, so we're gonna get into it. Let's start right here, man. First, let's go get some Bible scriptures first. Then we're gonna go into that thing, man. We're gonna go into that. We're gonna get into it, man. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. Go to Matthew chapter 24, and let's jump down to verse number 40, where it says, verse 42, it says, "Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come." So it says, watch, because we don't know, right, when the Habashah is really coming, but we got to be watching, right? We got to be watching in the spirit, right? We got to be watching things that's going on the earth, the current events, the different wars, different pestilence, different famines that's breaking off in the world. We got to be watching, right? So Lord commanded us to watch, right? And so we getting into this thing, right? Let's go to another precept, right? Could you say, well, go to another precept. Second Esdras 9:1. Classic precept, beautiful precept. It says, "He answered me then and said," let me make sure that my screen is showing. Let me go back. Hold on, when screen ain't showing. Got you. All right. Second Esdras 9:1. It says, let me show. Hold on, let me go back. Share screen, Salakia. All right, back at it. All right, so it says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before." So Lord say, measure the time, right? Look at the time, observe the times that you're living in, right? And that's what we're doing. We observing the times we're living in. We're seeing, watching the blood moons. We're looking at the different wars and different economic structures failing and things like that. We're watching the times, right? We're observing the times that we're living in, right? And we're understanding, we're seeing the signs, right? That Lord has showed us, right? He told us that you're going to hear rumors of wars, right? He told us that nation is going to rise against nation, right? Let's go to that real fast. Classic precept, right? But we're going to get into it. All right, because it's a lot of stuff breaking off, man, here. All right, let's go to verse 3 first. It says, Matthew chapter 24, verse 3, it says, "And he sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming in the end of the world?" So the disciples, they inquired to the king, our Lord, Yahweh Shai, like, hey, when will be the signs of the end of the world? Right? When we going to know when you coming back? Right? So he said, well, let's jump down. This is some of the things that's going to be going on. He says, "And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass." Right? But then it's not yet. "For nation shall rise against nation." Right? And we're seeing this thing. We're seeing this thing happen, right? We about to get into it. Right? So let's go into the first thing, right? Let's go into the first thing. Right, it says Polish government security center launches a website with tips on preparing for war. Right, so you got the Poland government, they're preparing their citizens to go to war. Right, while you got people in Babylon, aka America, right? They out here, you know what I'm saying? Worried about Diddy, worried about the next big rap, worried about Nasty Red or Ice Spice or whatever nonsense, right? When these people right now are preparing themselves for nuclear war, man, right? This is what's going on in the world, right? Let me see if it's talking to English.
В Польше продолжают нагнетать военную истерию. Их правительственный центр безопасности запустил веб-сайт с советами по подготовке.
And all this is for educational purposes. All this is for educational purposes, right? So I'm gonna just read it because they ain't got it in English, so we just gonna read it. It says Poland continues to fuel war hysteria. Their government security center launched a website with advice on preparing for war. For example, citizens are offered to collect a backpack in case of evacuation. It should contain a battery operated radio, flashlight, compass, food for 2 days, protective mask, and other survival items. Right? So these people are preparing their citizens for a nuclear war, right? They preparing their citizens for bombs to drop, right? Because they know that this war is heating up, right? They know that this thing is finna get bad out here, right? It's finna get bad out here, right? Let's go to Second Ezra, chapter 16. All right, let's go there. It's about to get bad out here, man. It says, we're going to start at verse 1. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon, Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria, right? Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. So it's talking about, you know what I'm saying, Babylon, aka America, and various other places as well, because other places are going to be destroyed as well, right? But chiefly America is going to be destroyed completely, though. Chiefly America is going to be destroyed completely, but it's going to be destruction going on in other places, right? But America is going to be completely wiped off the map, right? That's thus says the Lord, right? But reading on, go jump down. It says, these are the beginnings of, we're going to jump down to verse 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, right? So we see through the scripture, right, that this is going to be happening. These people are already preparing, right? But what are our people doing? Can you prepare yourself for this? It's only one way that you can prepare yourself for this, right? And that's trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, right? Let's get it. Cause we know that well, let's go to the classic precept in the book of Psalms. Right? And it ain't gonna be long, but we had to hop on here, we had to get into this, man. Breaking news, right? Psalms chapter 50, verse 15. It says, and call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. So Lord say, call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver you. See, these people, they got their bags, right? But they ain't talking about praying. They ain't talking about fasting. They ain't talking about none of that. They preparing for war, but chances they're not going to get delivered, right? They're not going to get delivered from that destruction. Right? But the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, they have an opportunity. Now, not all of them going to get right. We know that. 2/3 of our people going to be destroyed. But those that's being diligent, being sincere, walking in integrity, it says, hey, call upon the Lord and he will deliver thee. Right? Thou shalt glorify me. Right? Let's go. Let's get another one. It says, this is Luke chapter 1, verse 16. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, or the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, for he have visited and redeemed his people and have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. So he says he's raised up a horn of salvation. That horn of salvation is Yahweh Shah. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. Cause they know you hear about the prophets talking about Yahweh Shah coming and redeeming Israel, right? We hear about these things, right? We hear Isaiah talk about it, Jeremiah talk about it, right? We hear these things, right? It says that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. So the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, they have an opportunity to be saved from all the destruction that's coming, because these things that's going to befall these other countries is going to befall this place, right? America, right? This place is going to be utterly destroyed, utterly wasted, right? Utterly wasted. So with that being said, right, we have to try to get ourselves together, right? We have to get ourselves together, man, right? All hell could break loose at any moment. Literally at any moment, all hell could break loose. Literally at any moment. Let's go to another precept, right? This all through the spirit, man. This 2nd Esdras 14:14 says, "Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature." So right now we need to be letting go of these mortal thoughts, the things that's been weighing us down, the bull crap of this world, right? The nonsense of the world, right? And put off that weak nature. That weak nature is that sinful nature, right? That wicked nature. That's the weak nature. And we need to put on that strength, the strength of Yahweh Shem Shah, the whole armor of God, pursuant to Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11 on down, right? And it says, "And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee." Because sometimes our mind can get discombobulated, right? We be sitting there thinking about the things of this world, right? And we get kind of stressed out, right? And we're not focused on the kingdom. We're not focused on seeking the kingdom. Because when you got heavy burdens in your mind, you focus on this thing, you're not seeking the kingdom at this point. You probably seeking out how to get out that situation or how to do this or do that. We got to be seeking the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Shah. It says, "In haste to flee from these times, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter." There's greater evils that's to come. Greater evils that's to come. Right? Let me go. Let me pull up a video, man. It's a video that kind of came out, and it was going to let's see. Let me show y'all this video. This is about to get ugly out here. It's about to get ugly out here. Let me see if I get this thing right. I'm gonna show y'all. Just they got videos coming out now. What would happen, right? If yeah. Let's see if we can get one, man. Let's see if we can get one. We get a lot of videos. Let's see what it's talking
about. If a nuclear bomb was dropped on the Chick-fil-A on South Highway 183 in Leander, Texas?
I don't know.
What would happen if a nuclear bomb was dropped?
Okay, that's not. Yeah, this is it right here. This is it. This is it. All right, we're gonna watch this video, guys. This for educational purposes. But I want y'all to see, like, man, things finna get ugly out here, man. And this is what these people in Poland preparing themselves for. All right.
Hey, I'm Katie with StreamYard, and
playing around with nuclear weapons in videos is fun. There's a visceral joy in blowing things up and a horrifying fascination with things like fireballs, shockwaves, and radiation. And while it does help put our destructive power in perspective, it's not the best way of understanding the real impact of a nuclear explosion. This isn't about silly stacks of TNT or about how bright an explosion is. Nuclear weapons are about you. So we've partnered with the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement to explore what would really happen if a nuclear weapon were detonated in a major city today. Not nuclear war, just one explosion.
Just one explosion. It's just one explosion.
We begin our story in the middle of downtown in a major city. People are going to work, studying for exams, are lost in their thoughts and daily lives.
What? Now look down. Now I'm glad he's saying that they going to work, right? They studying for exams. They lost in their daily life. This was gonna be going on. Why this made me think of this precept right here, real fast. Right? Let's go to it. Let me go to this precept. This made me think about this precept right here, man. Immediately when I seen it, I'm like, what? This made me think of this precept right here. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Bro, this precept that I just read, right? Let me see if I can find it. Dang, what I just did. Okay. This precept I just read. All right, let's go back. All right, so we're gonna go back to it.
Begin our story in the middle of downtown in a major
So
city.
boom.
People are going to work, studying for exams, are lost in their thoughts
boom.
and daily lives. Right?
That is exactly what the Bible is talking about, right? That's exactly what the scripture is talking about in 1 Thessalonians, right? Right here it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. People not thinking about the Lord coming. They not just thinking about the destruction of their homeland. They not thinking about these things, man. Right? They not thinking about how to seek Yahweh Shai. They not thinking about keeping the commandments. They not thinking about these things, because these are the only things that's gonna save you. Having faith in Yahweh Shai. Having faith in Yahweh Shai, keeping the commandments. That's the only way. That's the only way you can make it out. That's the only way. There's no way possible that you can make without Yahweh Shai. No way possible. You can't create a different algorithm or create a different outcome. There's no way possible you can escape the things that's to come without Yahweh Shai. No way. Right, so let's go back to the video.
Explosion happens within less than a second.
Okay,
A nuclear weapon is detonated and time freezes. The first phase of the explosion happens within less than a second. In a millisecond, a ball of plasma hotter than the sun appears and grows in a fireball to more than 2 kilometers across. Within this ball, everyone is just gone. Think of water dripped onto a very hot pan. A sizzle, and then there's nothing. Most buildings...
Right, so real fast, they don't deal with miles like we do. They deal with kilometers and things like that. So let's do a little conversion real fast. All right, kilometers to miles. Right, let's do this real fast. Right. So let's do it said hold on. He said 2, so let's type in 2. So 2 kilometers is like 1 mile, right? So they're saying in a 1 mile radius, right? In a 1 mile radius, people anywhere within that 1 mile radius of that bomb exploding is going to be utterly destroyed off the ripper, just like that, evaporated.
Cars, trees, tacky sculptures, and people, all evaporated. First, the flash, an intense tsunami of light, washes over the city in an instant. If you happen to have your head pointed in the direction of the explosion, it renders you blind for a few hours. The heat of this light produces a thermal pulse, so energetic and hot that it just burns everything as far as 13 kilometers from the detonation site.
So it burns anything within 13 kilometers. Let's hold on.
What this means is that everything in an area of 500 square kilometers that is able to burn starts burning. Plastic, wood, fabric, hair, and skin. If you happen to be in reach of the thermal pulse, one moment you're on your way to work, the next moment you're on fire.
Woo! The next moment you on fire, just like that, man. Right, man. Oh man, that made me think of this piece right quick.
There's a lot of things that interrupt the good in life.
We pause this. I'm gonna show y'all this, man. They got ass on y'all. Ooh, man, this made me think about this. Man. Yes, sir. it says this, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. That's why we got to be watching. That's why we got to be watching the prophecies. That's why we got to be watching ourselves, watching our spirit, watching our household, watching ourselves, getting ourselves together, examining ourselves, right? Being in the right spirit, walking in integrity, man, right? And it says, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. So the heavens is going to pass, what we just seen, right? And it says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. It's just telling you what will happen, literally. And it says, the earth also and the works therein shall be burnt up. Man, that's like dude said, people gonna get burned up, trees, everything just burnt up in flames, just like that, just like that. Let's get an idea of what's 13 kilometers. Let's get that. So that's 8-mile radius, right? Right there, 13 kilometers. So that's like an 8-mile radius. An 8-mile radius. Whew. But the only way you can escape from this, man, is by your Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You can't, without him, you're finished. You're obsolete. You're done. You're finito. You're gone. You're gone, man. All right, let's go back to the video.
Like serious or fatal injuries to you or your family. Joe.
Now the second phase begins. It happens in a few seconds. Most people will now first notice that something is wrong, but it's already too late for hundreds of thousands. The flash is followed by the shockwave. The heat and radiation of the fireball create a bubble of superheated and supercompressed air around it that's now expanding explosively, faster than the speed of sound, creating winds stronger than hurricanes and tornadoes. Human infrastructure is no match for its power. Most major buildings within a kilometer of the fireball are just ground up down to their base. Only steel-reinforced concrete is able to partially resist the pressure. In the surrounding parks where retirees feed the ducks, trees blackened and smoldering from the heat a second before snap like toothpicks. If you're outside, you get tossed away like a grain of dust in a tornado. The shockwave weakens as it travels outwards, but still, about 175 square kilometers of houses collapse like they're made of cards, trapping tens of thousands of people who didn't have any time to react.
All right, so this is the destruction of just one bomb. This is not even a whole nuclear war. There's just one bomb going off. Imagine bombs on top of bombs just going off, man. If you ain't got your Yahweh Shem Yahushua on your side, you done. You finished, man. All right. I want to show you how many nuclear weapons these people got. You can look this stuff up. Let's see how many nuclear weapons does Russia have. All right, let's look at this. So, hold on. No, I don't want that. I don't want this one. Yeah, that's what I want right here. It says Putin controls about 5,580 nuclear warheads. 5,000 of them joints. 5,000 of what we just seen. 5,000 of this. Right here, let me get back to it. Hold on. Let me see if I can get back to it. What the heck? Let me see if I can get back to it. Hold on. 5,000, man. Let me go back to it. $5,000 this.
Gas stations explode and fires spread throughout the rubble. A mushroom cloud made from the remains of the fireball, dust and ash rises kilometers into the sky in the next few minutes and casts a dark shadow over the ruined city. This violently pulls in fresh air surrounding.
So y'all see that mushroom cloud, right? I want y'all to think about this precept. And maybe go to this precept right quick in the book of Revelation, chapter 6. Right? This Bible is this tells you our forefathers seen what was about to happen. How you think they saying that the elements gonna melt with fervent heat, fire, great death is destruction? The Lord told them this. He told them this and he showed them. And we're seeing it right now that this is true. All it is a matter of time for it actually happens. Right? It says this. Let's go to verse 13. This Revelation 6:13. And the stars of heaven fell into the earth. Now it's not talking about the actual Orion star or the stars in the Orion belt. They just start to fall down and crashing down, or the stars of the Milky Way, they just come. No, this is talking about bombs. Because John the Revelator, he was trying to describe this thing the best of his ability. Thousands of years ago, he didn't have the words a nuclear bomb, a nuclear fission bomb. They didn't have that terminology then. So he's giving you the best of descriptive ways to describe what he's seeing. Right? It says, even as a fig tree crafts her untimely fig, when she is shaken of a mighty wind, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Right? So this is the heavens, right? Departed as a scroll right here. Let's go back. Right? That's that right there. Right? And it says the islands and everything were moved out. It makes just a whole lot of destruction.
Surrounding the city, destroying more buildings and providing an abundance of oxygen. It depends on the city what happens next. If there's enough fuel, fires may turn into a firestorm that burns the rubble, everybody trapped in it, and people trying to flee the devastation. Up to 21 kilometers from the explosion.
Right, so it's, man, I suggest I can watch this whole video, but I suggest brothers and sisters, hey, kind of get into it, because they showing you what can happen. Right, this video said it came out 4 years ago, right? But this video, man, just check it out on YouTube. Like I said, all this is for educational purposes, man. But this was coming. This is coming to America, man, aka Babylon, man. All right, this was coming. Right, the Lord said these things would happen. Right, He said that. Right. Let's get one more, man. I ain't even mean to go on this long, but. Hey man, that's the spirit. How about some outside, man? We're gonna keep going on, get on the destruction of Babylon, man. We're gonna have to get some precepts. It's a plethora. It's a plethora of precepts in the Bible talking about the destruction of Babylon. Let's go to this right here. Oh man. It says, let's go to this one first. Isaiah 13:19, man. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of Chaldea's excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. What happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? It got burnt up. Literally just burned up. It got burned up. So right now, the place we living in, right? America, what we're gonna call it, right? This is modern day Babylon, man. This place is gonna get burnt up just like Sodom and Gomorrah was, man. And how? The Lord just revealed it to the prophets by nuclear fire and brimstone, man. This place is finished, man. And the only way you can get saved from what's to come is by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. There's nothing else you can do. There's nothing else you can do. It's not another angle that you can pitch. You can say, well, no, I got another way I can kind of do it. Cause see, all I gotta do is get some bread, get me a nuclear bunker, and I'm be straight. I can survive a nuclear bunker. Rick Ross got one. What is this? Zach Markenberg, whatever his name is, he got one. That's all I gotta do. No, that's not the resolution. That's not the solution. The solution is to come to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? It says, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon to say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Right? So it said the golden city is going to cease, man. It said the Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the ruler. He smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. It said he that ruled the nations, right? America, hey, they rule all these different nations, over all these different nations, oppressing all these different nations, right? It said it's persecuted, and none here, nobody's going to stop with you. How about Shimei Shai put into place, right? I mean, it's so much more. I mean, I can go on for days with this thing, man. It gets ugly, man. It gets ugly, man. It gets real ugly, right? But let me get this one precept, man. Let's go right here. Jeremiah 50:14. This joint so mean. It says, the book of Jeremiah chapter 50, let's start at verse 13. Because the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited. It said this place is not be inhabited. This how you know, right? This how you know that this is not talking about the Babylon that was before. It's talking about a future Babylon. Because the Babylon is for around the Iraq area, the Iran area. That's what that Babylon is for. And that place is currently inhabited. But the Babylon the Lord talking about that he's going to destroy is not going to be inhabited by anyone, right? Nobody's going to stay there. It says, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend a bow. Shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. It says, shoot at her. Hey, these nations gonna shoot them missiles at her, right? This great whore of Babylon, the nation gonna shoot their missiles at her. That's gonna be that boat, right? It says spare none. That 5,000 that they said Putin got, he ain't gonna spare none of them, because Lord gonna put in His Spirit to do those things, right? Man, it says shout against her round about. She have given her hand; her foundations are fallen; her walls are thrown down. For it is vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her as she have done do unto her. Right? All the things that they have done to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they got to pay for them. All the lynchings, the Trail of Tears, the oppression, the hangings, all that, the innocent killings, the rape, the murder, all these things they got to pay. They got to pay. It's coming, man. It's coming, man. Yeah, you gotta pay, man. Let's go to another precept, right? Go to the book of Nahum, man, right? Nahum chapter 1, right? It says, God is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries and reserve wrath for his enemies. Straight like that. See, he reserved wrath for his enemies. So these people ain't get away with nothing. They ain't get away with nothing. The Lord didn't forget, right? It says the Lord is slow to anger, great in power, right? And will not at all. He said not at all. He didn't say, man, not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord had his way in the whirlwind, in the storm, right? So, hey, the Lord about to send instruction to this place, man. This place is finished, right? So what manner of person should you be? And I was gonna get another a current event I want to show y'all real fast about this with what happened to this this general. Let me go this right quick real fast. And before I go to what manner of person be, I'm gonna probably go the Lord, somewhere else with it. So I'm gonna stay I said I was gonna bring this out too. Right. Let's go to this. This is end time headlines right here. Right. It says Mohammed Reza Zahidi, the top commander of the Quds Force of the Iranian Revolution Guard Corps, RIGC, for Lebanon and Syria, was assassinated in an airstrike on Monday. Zahidi is the highest ranking Iranian killed since the current war started, even higher than Sayyid Reza Musavi, killed in December. Reuters reported the site of the site in Mazda district of Damascus saw mercy workers clambering the top. No, I don't want that. I want to see what's. Let me see what I'm looking for. So we hear that we have this top general, right? This top general of Iran just got destroyed, right? One of the highest ones, right? So this ain't nothing about to start things off, right? It says, let's see what it says. It says Israel has long targeted Iranian military installations and those of its proxies in Syria, and has ramped up those strikes in parallel with its campaign against Iran-backed Palestinian group Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Monday's attack was the first time the vast embassy compound itself had been hit. Israel typically does not comment on attacks by its force on Syria, asked by the striking Israeli military spokesperson. We do not comment on reports on the foreign media. Iran's response to an airstrike on its Syrian consulate, which reportedly killed a senior military commander, will be harsh, the country's ambassador has warned. Right? It says the death of Mr. Zahidi and the destruction of the Iranian consulate is likely to further inflame tensions in the Middle East. Right? So things finna get cracking, man. Things is finna get cracking, man. It's finna go crazy, man. It's finna pop off, man. No. Things can slow down, right? The Lord could put a spirit in and slow things down, right? Or he could have things constantly rolling, right? Right? And in that structure, boom, come. That World War III, boom, 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 boom. So all that stuff, right? Now there's other things that have to play out, right? You still got Jacob's trouble, right? Persecution of the saints. You still got these things that got to play out, right? But that just means that these things are coming soon. When you see all these things going on in the world, that just means these things, the preliminaries, are coming soon. Jacob's trouble, persecution of the saints. That means that's coming soon. Family of the word, coming soon, right? That's all that means. When you see all these things going on, that just means that stuff coming quicker than you think, right? So let's go to this precept, right? Go back to this right quick. It says, I'm gonna go to this right quick. It says, this 2 Peter 3:11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Amen. We need to be practicing holy conversation, practice moving in godliness, practice moving in integrity, keeping the commandments, having faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's not the time to be playing around. It's not the time to be joking. And even if the Lord slow things out, he can slow things down. What if you die the next day? What if you die the next second? You don't know. So you need to be repenting, examining yourself, making your call and election short, putting in work, doing what you got to do to Lord willing, the Lord have mercy on you to receive salvation, Lord willing. But you got to take this thing serious. This ain't no joke. Death and destruction is coming. You playing around, and you can't get saved from it. These people telling you, right here, you can't get saved from this. You can't. And I'm a thumbnail that. I'm thumbnail that right there. Right, because I had a dream, and I'm gonna leave out with this. I had a dream though. So like I had a dream. Let me tell you about this dream I had though. I had a dream that at first I was like at this restaurant. I like this restaurant someplace, and I was talking to some dude. He was just talking to me. He had like a long, super long conversation. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of it, it's like the dream shifted, right? And bear with me, I'm trying to get this thumbnail. But this in the dream, man, after the dream kind of shifted, I had seen like this. It was like this place, and it was nothing but darkness, nothing but dust, ashes, just stuff destroyed. That cartoon. That's a cartoon version of what I seen. Buildings in the distance broken down, burnt up. That's what I seen. Nothing but destruction, man. So, man, with that, man, that's a dream, and you take from that what you will. You know what I'm saying? Was the Lord showing me something? I don't know, but that's what I seen. You know what I'm saying, in my dream. But Lord willing, that was edifying. Shalom, shalom, shalom. But with that, man, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Shemi Shai, big brother, sister, mighty, shalom, shalom.